Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sylvia and I make videos on planning with the occasional review. Today's video is day 15. Day 15, we are going to focus on threading and what that is because I finally have 2 weekly spreads. I just filmed like 4 minutes of this video and I was like rambling on about something that no one cared about, so I started over. We'll see if I remember everything I was supposed to say. I'm trying to work with a focus here. As I've mentioned, I think I need a stronger prescription, so I never know if it's actually in focus for me or for you. So anyway, here's how my weekly review ended up looking, nice and filled out. I wrote some things that I learned, and then this is going to be kind of, I didn't think about the fact that I hadn't added in my physical book or my audiobook because I had written this, I haven't finished this book yet, that I wanted to focus on for the week. So it's going to be a little cramped, and that's okay. I just like to skip every other line just to make it look neater because I don't have the best handwriting and I think that helps. So anyway, I added in reading for Jade. Her routine. I need to figure something out for that because it is spring break and I'd like for her to get at least 2 books in. Very nice short R.L. Stine books because that's what she likes reading right now, and I don't mind that. I read it at her age and I became a writer and a reader, so I think it's perfectly fine. Also, anything that she's willing to read, I'm all for it. She just won 2 reading awards, one for I think it's just reaching her goal, and then for advanced reader. So we were really excited about that before break ended. So they just had like their quarterly awards, I guess. Yeah. It's so funny because due to COVID, usually you could go to those things and they have like this little kind of party and you take like balloons or you take like a little gift to say, congratulations, that's really awesome. It's like an assembly, but now they're doing it virtually. So her mom did that virtually, which I think is kind of funny. And I want to make a note of that for when we're out of COVID, which hopefully is going to happen soon. I didn't have any space like I did for last week where I had just like a little pop of color with some washi and a sticker. There's really not that much space, maybe one here. So I'll just do that later, or I can take some washi down the side just to add a little bit of color. Of course, as I mark this off, that will add color to the page. I don't really have any space because I'm cramping things in to kind of make out these little bars. So maybe I'll make it on the weekly spread. I did make a note for vocabulary spread here and then weekly spread here. So maybe I'll just put that on there since there's not really any space here. And when I'm looking at this, I'll remember to go and fill it out there. We'll see how that works for this week. Yeah, who knew I had so much crap to write in here, or else, I don't know, I would have maybe given it 2 pages. I don't know that I always need 2 pages, but this week I kind of did. I did, let's see, check everything off here, and I made a bunch of notes. Do not read this. If you haven't watched WandaVision, this was just some notes on here. So there was only 9 episodes, and we actually finished it in an evening. We stayed up a little bit later and we watched all of them, and it was incredibly disappointing. It started off strong. I was really excited, and then it was sort of ridiculous. So there's that. Today is Monday, the 15th. I don't know why sometimes I just put 21 there. I don't mean to, but whatever. I've already set up today. Actually, I set it up last night. I'm not the best at showing every single thing that I add in here, and I think that's okay as long as I touch on it at some point. I couldn't wait till the morning because I was like, I don't want to forget these things, and I've already worked on uploading day 13. So that is in the other room, uploading right now to YouTube. And I did start some edits well, not really. I just kind of put the film into Final Cut Pro last night and put the title on it. That's pretty much all I did. But I started the edits. I will get to the rest after this. I also did get a new card, so I didn't want to forget that. Then I needed to update my payment for Canva because that's going to happen in the next couple of days. And of course, an event is the boys basketball team, go Bobcats, tonight. And then, yeah, just a couple of notes on that there was a lot of snow happening apparently. And yeah, Denver is just completely covered in a blanket of snow. So there's that. And the boys had to leave early because of that. Now, I did remember to do this. So this means writing, reading, audiobook, and then flossing. So that's not meant to be an actual word or anything. That's just how they came to me in my mind. So I'm going to try to mark this off as the day goes on, and I might add a couple of other things. But I used to have like a little a bar. I don't know what the hell these are. Over here with just numbers, and I remembered what each number was, and it was sort of the same, but I just think the first letter works fine. Hopefully I'll remember what they are, and if not, I have this video to remind me. You can certainly write a key at the bottom, but you know, there might be some things that are more like personal hygiene that y'all don't need to know about. So I think I can just remember it or write it in the back where I just don't show it, and that's fine too. What do you guys do? I don't know. Back to this page. So obviously we're on Monday, so I haven't started anything yet. I don't know. After all of the collaging I've been doing, this kind of looks kind of blah. So maybe I'll figure that out as I go. Yeah. Okay. So this page has been started. I'm going to put the little square at the bottom. And this is just my Hobonichi stencil that I use. You can just draw out a square. It's not that serious. I don't know why. I just like to use this instead. There's that. And then I will put squares once I start those. I don't know that I really need to, I'm not even in frame, sorry. Thread the actual dailies, because again, I really don't refer to those after the week is over. Man, I have morning voice. It's like really deep, like I've been smoking, but it's just because I'm like, it's super early here. I'm trying to get this done. I have a lot to work on throughout the day. So, okay, here is week 2's review, right? I mean, no, that makes it sound wrong. This is week 11's review. It's the second time I've done a review, a weekly review for the month of March. And so now I have something to thread. Now, I believe that threading was something that happened in the bullet journaling community. It was something that people have contributed, kind of like the Ellister method, that wasn't created by writer Carol. Is that true? Let me know down below, because I forgot to look that up. I was just thinking about, I'm going to do threading, and I forgot to look up the history. So maybe I'll flash it on the screen who actually created it. I'm not sure at this point, but I'm pretty sure it's not a writer Carol original thing. And he mentions that in his videos that the bullet journaling community has added to this system, which is awesome. So I like threading. And I think he even has a video where he shows you how to thread not only spread to spread, but also from book to book. So for instance, if you had, I don't know, you had something here that was like a quotes page. I think that might be an example someone used. And you're going to be done with this book and you start a quotes page in a bullet journal. He shows you how to thread this from one book to the next so that you know that your last quotes page was in this book. And I think that's kind of cool. I've never done that because I'm not consistent and I go in and out of things all of the time. But I've also never really had to. Like, you know what I mean? It's not that serious for me, but if you did, that video is probably for you. So threading, okay. Threading basically allows us to find things quickly at a glance down here at the bottom, a spread that this connects to. So if I want to find out where my last weekly focus is, I can always go to my index, right? Or I can look at the bottom of the page. So my last weekly focus or review or reflection, I'm just calling it all of the things, was on page 18. So you can put an arrow. Jade's always like, is that a lesser than or greater than arrow? And you can put 18 down here. So that lets me know that my last weekly focus is on page 18, and you can do the same thing here. So this is on 30. I'm going to put an arrow showing me that it goes this way. Obviously, you don't have to put an arrow. You can just put the page number, because if the page number is greater, then you know it's to the right. If it's less, then you know it's to the left, right? But it's just whatever. And so now I know that my next weekly focus is on page 30. I can do this for, I don't know what I'm calling this. I think I was talking in a video, maybe it was yesterday. No, actually, I think I wrote it here. Yeah, I wrote, I can utilize the weekly task chart. So I guess this is my weekly task chart. I don't know, that's how I referred to it. It was pretty funny. So this one was on page 31 and this one is on page 19. So I will put an arrow this way for page 19. And then this one for page 31. Pretty simple, easy breezy. It's just quick and I don't have to worry about flipping through the pages and being like, I don't know what page it's on, or going back to the index. Both are pretty simple. I mean, it's not that serious, but this is just very quick and nice. So once I do my other vocab spread, I can do the same down here. I don't think I need to put it on both pages. I probably would just put it on this side. So I can do that even right now, since I know that I'm going to have my vocab on page 32. Am I even in frame? I'm sorry. 32, and that this one was on 20, right? Yeah. Okay, so that is threading, and it's an easier way, especially if you're someone, like I'm trying to utilize my index. I've been working on it slowly. Speaking of that, I will probably update that a little bit later off of camera because I've got to get going. But if you're someone who doesn't use an index, because I have mentioned several times that the index and I are not always friends and I don't use them, this is a great way to avoid an index. If you feel like it's not that serious, I really don't need it. I don't need to, you know, do this for the dailies. Like they are, here is the first day for this week. And if I wanted to, I could come where this one ends and like, I mean, I'll just do it just to do it. I can put an arrow this way and put 34, and then put an arrow this way and put 29. So I know that that was where the last of the weeklies end. Or you could go to the beginning and put the beginning one. It doesn't matter. Just so I know that in between here, these are not dailies. Does that make sense? I hope so. So that is threading, y'all. Have you ever used it before? Did you know what threading was? Do you guys know who created threading? Because I'm pretty sure it's not Ryder Carroll. I'm pretty sure someone did it, and I'll probably end up Googling it right after this because it's going to drive me crazy. All right, so I'm going to add to this as the day goes on, and I will see you tomorrow for day 16. All right, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.